Okay, Coach, we are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the Washington Redskins. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
There we go.
He said that nigga Blitz is unreal.
Check 56. Monday. Check 24. Check 24.
A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Was good.
They'll run with a second-year man from ASU, Kalen Balaj. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Rosen. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
They're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Now Balaj. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He's airing it out for Williams. He's got him in, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. They'll They'll go with Darius Geis, who missed all of 2018 with injury. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Cut. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
I'll say it. I was on the
Now a handoff. Geis going right. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards there. First down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
The carry for Bryce Love, the 4th-rounder from Stanford. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, Love. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. This is Geis. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
I heard, yeah, we heard from me like a couple times. Nah, I ain't playing. Yeah, he don't like me, though.
Now a give running left is Geis. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Yeah, Vito was
Maybe
better.
just
Vito
a slight
better than
detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Tannehill. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target was the rookie Terry McLaurin. 3rd down here.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he's going to go down. He
Every play, you got to,
24.
Got to, bro.
Well, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job.
Yeah.
But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Hey, Unreal, man, I want to try this play on you, man. I'll load up with you.
Later tonight, we have more football. Sunday night football, a good one out west. Steelers and Chargers might see equal amounts of black and gold mixed with a powder blue in the stands for that one. And then tomorrow, Monday night football, Detroit and Green Bay battle in the NFC North from Lambeau Field. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Yes. I said that, Giants.
They'll run here with Balaj. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder
or
create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down.
Yeah,
and that looked like a clean face mask to me.
I know who you're talking about, yeah. I know who you're talking about. Yeah, he a barber. He got hella tats and shit all over him. Yeah, I know who you talking about. They call him Dolo. Dolo, yeah. Yeah, he cool. What? He got brothers.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Pollard going to try the right side. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Oh, damn.
Alert! Silver. March 56. Coming.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And he finds Stills, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 24 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Hey, let's go. 56. Mike's 56. Hey. Let's go.
Third and long here for Rosen. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, but it'll be second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Tannehill. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson.
Remy plays for them now.
Washington.
Ohio.
Paul Richardson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there?
Why he to the Blaze
and off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
56, Mike, 56.
They'll look to throw on first down to Josh Rosen. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. He's got a first down past the 30. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Check. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield. Mike 56. Mike 56.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rosen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
I ain't heard of him.
Here we go. 90 full.
I'm going to eat lunch 10 minutes later.
Show it. Look at me. Zipper.
They start the second half with a run by Geis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Yeah.
Again they run. Again it's Geis. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Go.
On 1st down, here's Love. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's Love again. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Tannehill. Jordan Reed has it. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On the ground, it's Geis. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. To throw is Tannehill. Throw left side complete. That's Love. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On the ground, Geis. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Reds... Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Here's Rosen to throw. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Rosen will throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Got some room at the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. They'll run forward with Pollard. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. At first glance, I wasn't sure he got it. Then I saw that spot. Definitely a 1st down.
It was, but boy, on the other side, you disputed a little bit, wouldn't you? Okay, if you're playing defense, are you sure he got there? But that's why they tell you all the time, don't just get what you need, get a little bit more, and take the decision out of the hands of the officials.
Well, there he needed a yard. He got a yard and maybe an inch. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 3rd down, Pollard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Rosen looking to throw. It's caught. Stills, right side. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs.
On the ready.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Check three. Hey.
They start on the ground with Geis. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. Finding room inside the 40. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 25 yards the pick up there, and also a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run on first down. Love. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Quarter. You must be dreaming.
56.
Monday. Hey, exit.
56.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
On first down, it's Rosen. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still...
Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Rosen on first down. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Come get some. Come get some.
Now it's Rosen. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play there for Miami. 52 yards. They go play action here on first down. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defenders jostling them in order to keep their concentration and haul it in.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw is Rosen. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Ryan Kerrigan able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 15. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And that will be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. Rosen into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boss.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 26-yard.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Tannehill now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. He's going to let this one go deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Tannehill going to throw it. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
After the sack on first down, Tannehill. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, lock it. Check 26, check 26.
Here's Tannehill. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Xavier Howard. He was looking for Paul Richardson there.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Rosen. He's going to let it fly. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Ready? 59, mark. Check, 59. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them. I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Check 59, Mike.
Fresh off the pick 6, it's Tannehill. This to McLaurin out on the left side. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. In overtime.